What? No way, really? Man, I've been seeing a lot of negative reviews about this game. What's up, guys? Skidmore here. Thanks for clicking on the video. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It would help me out a lot. Love you guys. Alright, so let's get right into it. So Doom, The Dark Ages. It is a first-person shooter developed by id Software. The core gameplay loop involves you playing as the Slayer, right? Ripping and tearing your way through endless waves of demons, as we all love. The controls, they feel intuitive, especially on that new Doom controller I got with the game. Man, I love that thing. I think it's pretty sick. Doom: The Dark Ages, like I was saying, offers plenty of ways, both experienced, unexperienced, plenty of ways to challenge yourself against Hell's demons. So in doing so, you can use a massive arsenal of weapons, like the fan favorite super shotgun. We got the Ravager, Impaler. There's tons of them. Or maybe you want to get up close. You want to use your shield saw, okay? Or maybe the flail, right? To take care of those demons and unleash some serious carnage, man. Some serious, serious carnage. There's nothing I love more, really, than seeing the shield saw buzz its way into Mancubus's stomach, right? And then unleashing the flail to finish the job. It was so much fun, man. So my favorite weapon, I would say, is probably the pulverizer. Well, mostly because of everything about it. It looks fantastic, and unleashing a great amount of damage. It does unleash a great amount of damage over a large scale of enemies in some of those big fights. And really just the idea of crushing your enemy's skulls to use as ammo. Why wouldn't you want to do that, right? Pile up that fodder with little pieces or fragments of skulls as ammo. That's sick. So the last thing I guess I would say about the gameplay loop would be how strong, really, and heavy the Slayer feels, especially in the earlier stages, right? So he 100% feels like a tank, and the pacing that id has created through the experience, it feels good. So, you're not as strong, obviously, in the beginning of the game, but over the course of the 22 chapters, you feel like you're gearing up just at the right time, right? You're unlocking things just at the right time. You're getting that gold. The pace of it's good. You don't feel like you need more or less. Especially, if you're just running through the story and you're not looking for gold or anything, you're probably feeling like, okay, what's going on? But if you just take some time, explore a little bit, get some gold, find some rubies, you'll be in good shape. Moving on to the UI, I'll just keep it short and sweet. I like the UI. I think the UI look clean. Menus look good. The HUD looks good. I think it all looked good, in my personal opinion. The HUD is just clean. I guess I'll leave it at that. I didn't feel, like when the prompts come up, the little tutorial prompts, I didn't think those were a hindrance at all. It's just telling me how to use it. I thought the UI was pretty clean. Okay, so the story, the narrative, I think it feels refreshing, offering more of a human element to the storyline. Prince Azrak, however you pronounce it, right? He wants to be the only one feared. And, of course, he wants to, kill the Slayer. So you go from realm to realm, taking out demons as you see fit, and each battlefield you're on, you're, of course, standing and fighting. And seriously, it's seriously, guys, it's a lot of fun. Now, if you've watched any of my other reviews, I keep it real brief when we're talking about the story, campaign, anything like that, whatever we're reviewing, because I don't want to, I don't want to do any spoilers. I don't want to ruin anything. If you haven't played the game, I just want you to experience the story for yourself. So we'll just keep it short and sweet. That's really all it is. It's a Doom game, right? So you get the gist. We'll keep it short and sweet. So let's talk about the art style and the visuals of the game. So they use what's called the id Tech 8 engine, and it looks fantastic, right? There's a lot of narrow corridors in the beginning of the game, ish, right, to the vast open battlefields that you'll soon encounter as you move on in the game. It all looked good. I've seen some people complaining, though, about the ray tracing or blurry textures. But personally, I played on Xbox Series X. I rarely came across something that looked off to me, really. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know, right, with ray tracing, it saves a lot of time in development, right, because it's done in real time. The baked lighting, it takes way more time during the development process. So, again, I get it. on both sides. But like I said, I played on Xbox Series X. I really didn't experience anything that I was like, what's going on. I get it though, because I understand how, high-end PC builds, people that play on PC, they would see this really as an issue, right? So moving on to the environments and the level design. Overall, I thought they were all great. The moonlight creeping into a hole in the roof, and then seeing the city in ruins as I fly my mechanical dragon swiftly over the city into a battle. It was awesome. Awesome. When you get off the dragon, right, from the ship that you just took out, and then you take out that ship, you fly back onto I should say free fall back onto your dragon. That's sick. And then you've got the levels where you're in your mech too. They're easy, right? And it's not something where you're pretty much just looking at the story aspect of it, where you're like, okay, this is a good break from just the normal game. And I think that's all it really is. I think it's just a good breakup from the normal gameplay. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Those levels were pretty fun. Now, I kind of touched on this earlier. The fights on the large scale levels are a ton of fun too, right? So you get, and it gets challenging, right? Because there's a lot going on the screen at once. There's a ton of demons, and when you accompany that, let me tell you, with some of the music, it's Doom, baby. It's Doom. You use a shield charge, right? It's not just effective in killing a demon, but you use that shield charge to get out of the fight, right? To reset for a second before charging back in. So, moving on. Now, this is a huge topic, right, in every Doom game. The music. All right, so the music was done by Finishing Move, and I think they did a good job, right? Doom games always have an amazing soundtrack, as we all know, but the reception has definitely been mixed. So, personally, like I said, I think it's good. It's no Mick Gordon, right? But it is good. My only gripe, I guess, would be that it felt to me that there was there wasn't really a lot of variety. A lot of it sounded the same to me. And then another thing, I had to go into the settings to ramp up the music volume because I felt like I couldn't even hear it over the sound effects. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Where's the music? Once I ramped it up, it felt fine. But I was like, it just threw me off before I did that. But overall, I think the music's good. The music is good. I don't think that anything is wrong with the music at all, other than just the couple small things I said. So, all in all, I think Doom: The Dark Ages is one hell of a game worth playing. If you love Doom, first-person shooters, or you just you want an excellent single-player experience, go get the game. Really, get your hands on the game. Now, we didn't mention or talk about multiplayer, right? Well, because there's no multiplayer. So like I said, if you just want an awesome first-person shooter, single-player experience, go ahead and get the game. If you're someone, because it doesn't have multiplayer, or you don't think it has enough to offer, you don't think it's worth the full price, or you want to wait for it to go on Game Pass, go on sale, PlayStation Plus, whatever you're playing on, something like that, I totally get it. That's fine. But yeah, if you haven't gotten it, you'd be willing to pay full price, go ahead and get it. If you don't want to, like I said, I understand. But I really think Doom: The Dark Ages, from whatever the case may be, I think Doom: The Dark Ages is a good game worth playing. And on that note, I'm going to give Doom: The Dark Ages 9 out of 10. I think it has a couple of flaws, right? But nothing that, nothing that's going to stop me from playing the game again or going through it on a harder difficulty, going through it to get all the collectibles. I think it's a great game. Yeah. So I think that's it, guys. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.